Hey guys, I thought I'd finally get onto this and make a little video, take you around my place, our place, and show you what's going on. So we've been here since December now. December 1st or 2nd when I got here, and Lainey arrived a couple of days later, and it's been non-stop, just trying to work out everything we need to do, because there's always things to do. Found lots more to do. I've been outside more now than I have been in the last 10 years. Badgie is having an excellent time. He is loving it out here. I think he loves it more than most of us. But yeah, so this is the house, and it's not too big, but it's not too small. It's made out of timber called celery top. It's going to be a mission to keep that colour, but we'll see how it goes. And then straight next to the house, we have this polytunnel, and this is where we have our first crop of veggies growing. It's we got purple cabbage, carrots, 4 different kinds. There's a radish in the back here. It's a bit big. We're letting it go to seed. Then we've got more radish, some silver beet, tomatoes, and Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts are really good. I remember them being horrible things, but I think that's just the way that our grandparents cooked them, with putting them in a pot and waiting till they're dead. But you mix enough butter in with something and it's fantastic. We've then got tomatoes, basil, and chilies, which are not doing so healthily at the moment. And then we've got a bunch of seedlings too running up the wall. I think some of them are strawberry, chilies, and a few other things. And then when we come out here, there's a whole heap of basil just there, oregano, sage, pineapple mint. Pineapple mint's amazing if you haven't smelt it. It smells exactly like pineapple. This is some Japanese plum, something like that. This is our beautiful little flower garden. Natives. I'll take you down here. A little path. All of these are native plants. Continue to be native. We've got a nectarine here. It's a great little guy. It's the only thing we really got fruit off this year because we have a little bit of a possum problem. We've got half the electric fence running. I know that because I touched it and nearly had to change my pants. That was not comfortable at all. Here comes Badge. He's a little racehorse. We've got our blueberries down here. That's a little almond. And then we come down into the next polytunnel. This is a little bit overgrown now. We're letting the rocket go to seed so we can collect it. Ooh. Then we've got the squash. It's coming to the end of its life, but there's still plenty of little squash in and about. They are very tasty. This is only 3 plants, and they are amazing. Really, really delicious. Again, butter. We have chilies, basil, beans. These beans we're letting get hard because apparently you can turn them into a sort of, I don't know if it's cannelli or a bit like a baked bean, which is going to be fun. Just up here we've got the mulberries. That's it, mulberries. And now we're at Chookingham Palace. We don't have any chooks yet. We want to make sure that we don't kill plants before we get into wildlife and such. We also need to work out how we can stop badger getting into them. This is a little bit of a chook run. So the soil is amazing in here from where there used to be chickens. These are gooseberries and these are black currants. They're not looking great at the moment because they're at the end of their season. And then some of you may have seen our raspberry patch. It's a bit hard to get into at the moment. This is where the strawberries currently are. Oh, it's doing all right. It looks like a slug got one. Wow. I've never had such a sweet strawberry. Got to be careful because you get the odd little slug in there. It looks perfect, but I nearly went to eat that. I think we'll have more problems with slugs as it gets a bit cooler. So this was all raspberries. Some of the new things coming out, new canes, and a lot of the old canes are still there. And still the odd little raspberry in there, but they're not that great anymore. So as I get the fruit that isn't doing so well, I'll just peg it over the fence and give that to possums, paddy melons, birds will eat that. This is my latest addition. It's the compost bin. So it's doing all right. We don't have a whole lot of compost yet, but I made these sliding so I can get things in and out. And then we have the orchard. I'm going to be careful because that's electric fence. But I'm in the process of getting rid of all the blackberry here and fixing up the irrigation lines. And these are pears, but they're rootstock pears we found out, so they don't actually give us any fruit. You can graft something onto it, but it won't give you fruit straight off the bat. Here's Badgie again, just checking up on us. He's been finding ways to escape and get out of the fence, so that's been interesting. Working out ways to badger-proof and paddy melon-proof the fence. Looks like he's gone and rolled in a bunch of poo again. He loves that. His paddy melon poo cologne. The wallaby. They all live in there. That's the bottom of a creek bed. And they come out at night time and come up to the house and eat all of the grass and food and fruit and poop everywhere. But it's a good little bit of manure. Now coming up to the old compost bin. Bit of comfrey. We're growing the lettuces. There's zucchini there as well. There's an angel trumpet. I don't know why there's an angel trumpet in there, but it is. And we've got little garlics sprouting amongst what looks like coriander, so we better kill that. That stuff is horrible. I'm being followed by a bumblebee the size of a horse. And here I think we've got some more potatoes. That's a walking onion and another zucchini. So the walking onion's really interesting. It grows up this little thing, and you can see the things at the top of it, and it it falls down, buries itself, and then grows again. So it just keeps falling in as it gets too big and perpetuates itself. You can see up here we got some olives, which is cool. Here comes Badgie again, checking on us. Aren't you, Badge? Yes, you love it here, don't you? He loves it here. Can't get enough of it. We've got a few olive trees. I haven't seen what they're doing yet because I don't know much about them. But we've got this little arbor, I guess you'd call it. It's looking a bit sad now. It was very happy for a little while. Lots of plants and things growing up it. I'm thinking of growing pumpkins and a lot of edibles rather than things that just look pretty. We come up here and we've got this little kiwi berry, which is a super interesting little plant. I always thought it was a kiwi fruit because you get it and it's quite furry. But we get one off here. It's actually a kiwi berry. Oh, this one looks a bit better. So it's an interesting little thing. Right. Let me try that again. So, odd little berry. And it looks like a kiwi fruit on the inside. I didn't do that very well. I think we're doing all right with the soil quality though, because you get all these mushrooms going everywhere. Actually found one of those red Russian mushrooms with the little white tops that you see in like Disney films and such. That was pretty cool. You might have seen the other day my little mushroom patch. Got to keep watering that. In a couple of months we should get, I believe it was king oyster mushroom that we're growing. I don't eat them, but Lainey does. So we'll see how they turn out. I've got a beautiful little pear tree here. We've got a fig and a quince. There's a couple of quinces. We're trying to see if we can make some quince paste because we have that a fair bit with cheese. They're a great little plant. You can see. Made a pie with them the other day, but they're quite tart. Interesting. This is our plum. It's very sad. Apparently possums love eating plum. I do not like this possum, as you can tell. This is our cherry tree. We got 2 cherries off it this year. Just 2. Because you get this little slug on here. It's a bit frustrating. It's hard to get rid of. And it just makes the tree look a bit sad. We'll go down here. And we got the peach. I think we got 2 peaches this year. Again, possum just seems to know when stuff is ready. Same as the pear. Just had hundreds of pears and came out one night and they're all gone. They must have had a party. Absolutely ridiculous. Badger would love to get outside, but I don't want to let him go and do that just yet. Maybe I'll crack it and let him out one night and have a feast. This is an almond tree. Same problem. Had hundreds of almonds. And we got the world's fattest possum because he comes in and he just snaps the branches off and you can see he's eating it. Doesn't share at all. Got 3 almond trees, didn't get a single almond on it. What are you doing, Badge? You're not sharing at all. You're not taking care of the land. You're useless. You're useless. Gets all the wrong things. You can see the view. You see the Hearts Mountains. That's where Lainey is today. She's gone out there. So that's Badgie's purveying his land. I've never seen this dog sit so much in his life. He's very happy since being out here. He just sits down and just purveys the land. So that's our little 1 acre. I'll take you through the backyard next time, and then we'll go out and see the rest of the 25 acres. But it's mostly just hill and grass. But there are a few nice places that we might end up turning into stuff for livestock, like pigs, maybe a cow, a couple of goats, some chickens, some ducks and a couple of geese. Maybe a couple of the weird hens. Apparently they eat snakes, but they're also pretty. But thanks for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed our little patch, and I look forward to seeing you all down here at some point.